Anyami me abladi abi ke odehe abi. Wanyami me enu osmo ye gadang befe momi. Na kokwa atreku. Nsambe ko boy wo modern kejo bakman no share monye ba ni wogba asane. Ejake ene ina. Hot cake. Ni ejinoko ni ete no mwene ni mepi wie heta flacha aka ne na keme ko me afu ojogba ni imempo no babi mi aka na akọ mi no le ye alo maba no wie no koye ejake ma wie he ko ni okase no ko kejemi e wo ba wo gbasane ba ni wo kase no ko kejemi e very very important ake wo ba kase ni kejemi ni shimo dani moko baba po denche ni ha ni wo kase anoko ni ko ba na no ni ko ani bo hu oja ni moko hu akase ko numo Gborbu je ekusun fe mo shishin ha Boi-Ekpaa heyo noni wo ba chele akesen heyo ni ene a very topical because unfortunately here oblayo ni hengme ya fon ya kan no alo ni afote echa oblayo fio we kan pio ko aka chicken ko oblayo po ni inton ya ka achemoko oblayo e beta fla achemoko ni kejo te wonye medangbe no mla lo klobo no mi ebe achelebue moko ni ta fla ache e bon lahu alo eda ojogban eye 18 age me ekwetamo 16 keje 15 14 13 okay inu aka kegbeken eye 12 e wo be sheko 18 age onye machele oblayo shimanye machele gbeken eja kegbeken ni sheko oblayo fe momli ene hani the whole thing has become topical because me susu wake when she is too young ma ba me kusumpo ne many hewo kenklena ni go ba wie Gborbu hisanie amakebo no koyi blema ma no acha amonton na ni wo yo ne nibi ni wo ni me ke wona na shishu me ba fe kan ke woni me po what me ko wodla ko ni woni me ni they were so young. I mean they are even so young. I'm meet na kan customer, so let me play safe and say ake wona na shishu ke me nuchumoy na akena na dada me ni be ta flache ambaje kusun fe mo shishi amama ni fe mo ni mene won cha no ya ke kusun wo ke egbo Boi-Ekpaa ho no sagbla lo no na cha no hewo no ni Gborbu fio kusun ni na fio so wokano afi number 1 number 2 jake blema akwe yo ye nyemusumi moko na nyo enayoku ne na ke yo na he fo akono ye emusumbi ba afi fo no hewo ho na ehie akayo ni atwa na kan musu enoma bona afi alonya kpegbeken ye musumi ake ingani no hewo makwa ho ke gbeken fo momi nke ekwamo ahun ka she dale biami bona afi ni ke ehye blan pamobie mi manyima kpele no hewo akpe yo ye enye musumi mpo na ehio nibi na ekomeji ni bi ni wo na shishu me bafe anyoni taflache nu ni hie efa eba na oblayo ni ke ekwe oblayo ne femi fo here fo enyu ekpe ole ake enga ni ekele yoshi taflache mokoponyo ya kpe yo ke ba hia na ekpe yo ke ha ebi ni bepo ewo anyo akpe na ehio she honor this kind of act of wobakpe akpe ye musumi ke gbeken bi it has some disadvantages ne ke ba ha me ho ejake anyo akpe gbeken ye wo ko ani ke ida ekono kele ya nu nkonklongo ne abala ke nu ko shishin ake akpele ahamoko boko hu ya fe ola ke ekole mo ni bakpele ye ni acheni no he wo kele hu yin fande na ake taflache akpele ha ni ache pe no ake ibabote na kan blami. But then let us go to okusun fe momli kaji ote in YouTube no niji wo TV channel ye YouTube ife i program ni I think ake wa upload le ombopo dani neke kusun we mo epi na efe ba in that place I am explaining moniji say heyo moniji nga ni agbene le hu moni le hu ji manye. I think I took an element few ye ni bi name I have discussed discussed it yejeme no hewo. If you go onto our TV channel and go and listen, then you will get a little bit more understanding into what we are going to talk here. Shibiele, we are going to discuss the situation on board. Boi-Ekpaa oblayu ni money eke ehie efon enone oblayu feel 12 years. My first disagreement, I don't go back man na bomode ni ojakoni na mekwe. My first disagreement with this choice is that it is not the kusum. Shimoni sa oblayu here in like mene we want to look beautiful ke wo makeuping ke wo ni bi shimon ahanik beke bi bio 12 years say it look like mokoni eshe dabi kusum liake da kubekeni the was sake kwen ahanik beke eba in a natural raw form for posterity ni wona ke can be bio Jimoni Gborbu kehishin alope mo yowe e afe gbe can be bio. One thing I don't know ye nungwa is I don't know if tamo ye gan manchenye te shalo senko nya te shikekeni ewo yo kokra tafrache ye e akono gbeno ne ka ke bonke bo ba fe hi sen yo e ake ye gan no ni leji ake even sen he pe mo yowe de che it is a due process na afio ojogban dani awo na kaimu ewo of course keji gbekeni abaye ni akwa apart from le lot say banye gbe mo konklo hu no ni taflache mo hin efa ojogba to be ni wie mene wie mo ni mi wie na mi nklo pojin ko ni na ke egba ma na me bibi ye questions ko na me bibi ye post ko ma he ni madula mi shi ke ota wo na a very good in depth on moniji sen he yo alo Boi-Ekpaa yo ne ke Boi-Ekpaa yo ne ke moniji nga ke moniji manye ko te wo TV channel le no in ya blam you by your program say kono ni mene wo upload ya no yakwe koni onyo upgrade here knowledge me she for now me ko me bisani na me ke mene he woni gbeke bibio ni ene it is abuse gbekeni ke yes it is true in the context of the world eye-opening today ke what human rights can be you are right bekeni it is an abuse because taflache she has a whole ni especially now ni taflache menyo ameke beke bi ne 9 years po ya asami ke ni bi yes you can say okay this is abuse in apaka boko crapo ke pedophilia ke ni bi you can mention all the things you want but when you bring it down to custom je shani ebanye ni ewo ebue peyo ni ejinoko ni afio ejake me tala sen no ona ngene ni taflache piye ameke bulani saka sani ameke ba han ke woni sana ke ba han sen ake ha she e blame taflache je ni ne fe ni hu omukonita sen no ni eni e ake mlapi ye hi ayebe ne ye ne ayebe ne yo ne ayebe ne tai ne hi ayebe ne fe ne ayeni pi mlapi bolile no he wo ana mokokre de na fa ke machine le ba chu ne ke no chu mo ne e ha monitor ne ke sen ne no he wo it becomes very very important and na ke sake onna o sen heyo e ake kejo obamanche yeli ni sen heyo eji monitor flache keji sen he no ko ja ebi jimeni akọ keji ata omoni ba cha makansen no kamo akọ le emimbi iwo sen heyo na bi jimeni ka sen no yakusun genche na kanji boneji no hewo if you're very important aka aba select le hu ojuba bona fe ni la e ka fe la ko ni futu but let us go on to it again mokobi ake ani bika bibio ne responsibility stand achilo ake war e ba take up responsibility of work na kan ni bi ehun lo na ake anye ni aha answer but the truth is that the girl is going to assume the full responsibility of the wife therefore e ba anye ne for sure aha Gborbu ni no he woni efi ake me I be worried ake gbeke edako ni no he woni edako ni na aka wi ake Gborbu ba me twinshi ni oblayo ada ni she legal age ni 16 na low 17 18 ni taflache eke wo your it's constitution if frowning on it ake sake ke lawo ni ba fe legal ni ba nya ni eke lawo she wo bi wo he kegbeke na ye 16 what like okay na ke ye 12 me ke 14 she work like a 12 ke 12 16 is in 4 years time well Gborbu ye 63 years wo kegbe he Gborbu ba ye 70 ba ye 67 years ni enga ba ye 16 years isn't as with everything going on, do we think ake it is laudable enough ake 67 16 years bawolo? I mean, if the age difference 20 30 poe, I don't have a problem, because more if da omo she if beken yo ne ponita flash ake ha mo ko ne nakoyo nu dan ni can claim 67 years nu ni kele ba wo ne ba fo dani me be ni le ba chose bi ni ba dada ni Gborbu. I mean, wale mofia mo be na han le mon ne, but when we are thinking keja ke ba gbin po dani mon po, then we should be thinking way ahead. I understand some of the concerns of people. Shimon, for me, I am not bothered about that, because that is your a choice. Numo Gborbu le hun choice, and I don't know kusuni te mi ke how it goes ni ake select or you name. So I'm not going to complain. But what I am saying is that kusuni sake ana senheyo ne le ehuo ni eni leji mo ne ekwo ehisamo leji mo ni efio assume leji nga denche customarily ye wo kusun na leba fionga keji Gborbu ye nga momo ko ye jemomo nga nita flache ye mla na e akpe lo mo nekele ye bi yo mo yo ni ba tashine ba override ole ye legal terms say engani, and it doesn't change. Kan no Gborbu doesn't want to break up with naka nga ekele ba hin shilolo, we can no ele custom cannot tell him because ahale saying you. But the truth of the matter is that ye wo kusuna money workele yo shita mo keni kan emoji saying you and be can be bione leji money eba fe enga in all aspects. Leji money tafla cheke numo Gborbu tamanjano alo etano kofi mi alo achele kusun no kofi money eke enga ba ya leji money eba te kono ake enga onumishishim ejake leni ne yo kusumi every other person in the be kusumi ame ncho be kusumi ame no kofi wo kusumi no hewo hey ni sake nga kewu aya ye kusuna, nobody else can go apart from beke bibione. I hope I can use no hewo. It is customarily ake sake ena you. But the problem I see ake it has been about the age factor. No junoni ba me piana, no junoni ba me, and more else when asa gbekene he ne look onupa. I don't know if they are trying to assume ake they want us to believe ake gbeken here fan e wona salomoni ba na picture na ke o mo here fan. But if they have already given us the age, and I think ake gbeken san kwa sale be ni age gbeken ko ni wona, because anyo mene anyo awo bekende ye ona ye gami wana keke bekende da ko to 6 7 years 8 years awo ni shishin afli ni wulomoni momo lita flash. Sometimes I even ask myself can bekende na afele ne kene hie ne no ni me na efi opo, does he even remember, does he even know yake abanye ni akadile na kelachon akala boy nchose momi hiemo te ehie fa na ehye ni taflache ebanye na efi kusun na nukusun na efi oshishini enye ye mla no eka agbene akeleba manjano aha na agbene edumokusun fe momni shimene we don't do that bia ne keji ehye no ni eyo de banye, we just go ahead kakaka wule kakakele fata kakakele hiemi ewo. I mean, it is possible like ko legbeke ameshia ayo senhe denji he na hala senhe ye kejo no he wo na bota meshia mi ana mo ko ni hiefa ni criteria na atawo le hu ana mo ko ni follow into the criteria jagbeke pe jimoni gbe omi wo be sake akele aha. What I am also going to ask ekon, that is one is my confusion ji enokoni I am telling, but my confusion jake obeka na ni akpele ne ni numo ba mene ye 60 na ne kele wo ne na moji money ba assume beken kwemo yaketa flache ke mofia mote blanc responsibility shi on check enyengo ne ya wo ni bo telephone na share, because bia no na wu ewo ani efe ready akele we ba assume alo e ba ni beken ba pe suku ya eke ne ba chonga e ba bon hwe ewu ke 16 ewo be 2 years I can prepare leni eke bon hwe ewu lo. And all of these things are things that I'm thinking about. But for me, if you ask me, I'll tell you okay, the whole ceremony it is customary and it is something you need to flache I feel sake mofia mana ye gami mpo denche wo baja cheme ni yo jeme fe ta flache sake aha me sen he you e yake ameta sen no ni sen mlake kusunke ni bi ye he no he wo je mofia mo jimoni sake etame he alo eho ni ha me ya aye ni bi pi ni sake monitor saying no ofi no he well dane I am asking and be an crap through this life I'm still asking ake what chanita saying no ake gamanche ye gan ne ta was saying no ake gan fe manche maybe le hu abahani wana is saying he you ake as of now we don't have saying he you ni mene wobe mokodi ba wo hwe ye ehi nita flache mene ke bejeme enabi koni babata na kansen no enyen eje engane ke yo momo ebi ye ne for momo efe hu they don't come in line ye wokusun na they don't come in line say he you is the person that comes in line what we are asking okay this kind of thing say it's good okay wo kusun felo must know okay they need to get themselves say he wanna fail na can say he you because say he you they are usually not boy I mean if you're chrome wanna fail was saying he be allo saying he taloye amela afi konjin no kashi yafa let's go back to nomo sanie wakan won bi lolo nke ogbeken yowe membi aketa flache wo fatahi wo fatahi it is a responsibility akele ba wo le saka akele awo ake ba afọ di keji akele wo hu efo ewo mo anu wo ehia ake wo nu e ba me e ba tadile e ba kwenu e ba na e ba ha na nya hu kata bo na e ba na 16 ke na 16 pe ka agbe na egbele hale e ba anya na ekele akwenu she question ko ni ma bi ake ani na teje me na ba wo Boi-Ekpaa ana mokoni hie efa fio fi na kainlo again there is something very interesting you know who I would also like to say koni wakwa ke is it possible ake ko le numu e ba na ke gbeken ni wo ta flache kusun na ekpele ake ngashin ekele be noko fi molo okay well yake ye wo numu Gborbu egbejano to here anma nuko ni wane na ake eyengame pi yakusun na wo ye pi pu engame jiame na agbenele hu eye kusun na joleme ekome does not fall into ngame kusun min joleme ni amehu ekame ye bi ni akeke ekame ye bi ake taflache bi ni wole bi gbema de san bi ne kame wo ne kame fo allo deities tamo jema wajin bi na abacha make numo Gborbu bini numo Gborbu kemene bini numo mene kemene bini that is what it is. I have not done a deep into it. I will not comment into it so deep but wole yake eyengame kejole me ni nakegbe me ne fe hu taflache je ne ke fe ko wo allo ke fe ko ewo ye ni name yo it could be ake ekpe obla yu ni she ikele na no ko fe mu ake gbekeni she then again ken na kan hu ni wosa wo bi wo hiake ni akpe obla yu ne ehanu mo Gborbu ni numo Gborbu ba aka she ogbekeni edako gbekeni mene hie mfa mi hu hie mfa iwo lolo podi enchenkele sami ya ebe possible te fi neken egbeken ba nye chemi eni alende ye chemi eni po ne ba hi alo lele nchepo e ba nye ne fo ni manana bipo e ba chon bi aba chon na shishu cry me akeke egbeken ye 30 ni numo Gborbu ye 63 ye ne fo na bipo ye 5 e for 20 e bi ba ye 10 ni ba nye ne che touch of the 10 numo Gborbu ake great grandpa ewo that one too is possible on musician ewo kola ke numu e ba ke o da bi ne le why kusun na he woni won fe shi je yake wo mi kenna kan hu ni oblayo ne na ke le ha numu Gborbu mi ne jina nu wo ke wala efe yake nye ke nu kwa hinshi don yake moko ngani akpele ngani say he ngani ewo until le wu egbo ebe na wu ewo keja kele hu wo be ntwa ke be na hwe ewo sake wo look at all of these factors. These are things I also want to really have in-depth knowledge on. Ewo keji nungwa meyekpa no na mbanya na me ha wo in-depth knowledge they should because keji ni bi ne ken ya no ni aba post le keke ni they don't give us in-depth knowledge. We can just pictures and quotations can it be keke no, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Sorry, but it will give people a whole lot of space to assume and think and fill in gaps. Nita flache what they are even thinking and assuming. Fenje na kanjibo neji. No ewo non makebo ko njake na akoko atreku mi ye bi ene imba blofo ma mi ni ma cool off you ni taflache wo kwa ke wo hu ke wo che wo wanye wo town no ko wo chuni taflache wo ke fio ya hia lo she while we are cooling off and having fun and going about it as and when wo ba na gan he no ko wo ba wie ya ke gan ka wo twi no wa ni ke wo bo wo te wo ba hu den che lo ke wo gbele wo ngani wo na ke bi e wo ba sa wo ba afo ko na ke yes wo he wo mi ake bi ji he ni wo ata ite bi ke de bi ane no maba. No, I will keep talking about my precious Ga and still keep educating you on what you need to know about Ga. Ga is a learning process and a learning curve. We never stop learning and we never stop researching. It will as and when you were no you feel like a sake or Kenya by his son, or Baba ni waba Kenya. But until then, and when you ask questions, do well to ask a little bit of legit questions. Undoubtedly it is an attack on somebody. There are some of the things in we can be there are things that okay, we've also heard rumors and we've also heard them, but I mean when you don't have basis and you don't have evidence, because when the time comes we will ask you to give us details. And we also always want to hear the content and want to have the detail of the situation. Until then, another time there are rules and regulations and that is making some people greater and us poorer. Bye bye.